Good evening. The time is now 4:30. I will call the June 24th, 2025 meeting of the Millcreek Township Board of Supervisors to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment on agenda items other than development or rezoning applications. Anyone have any comments on anything that's listed on our agenda today? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to approval of the minutes from our June 10th, 2025 regular meeting.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, and I will second. This is clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Approval of the bills, number 5. Questions or comments on the bills?
No questions or comments from me. I will make a motion to approve the bills.
Okay, and I will second that motion. This is clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next, number 6, public hearing. We have a subdivision plan for Gem City construction. Mr. Walden.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. The first item is a subdivision plan, minor subdivision plan to show the reestablishment of a 40-foot by 125-foot lot 49 created from 238 Beach Grove Drive, which would result in a 40-foot by 125-foot residual lot, lot 50, located along the west line of Beach Grove Drive, south of Sycamore Drive in Tract 2. At their regular meeting of Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025, the Millcreek Township Planning Commission recommended approval of this subdivision with the noted modification that the depth to width ratio for the new lot is 3.125 to 1, which slightly exceeds the township's maximum ratio of 3 to 1. And so this granting of this subdivision would require the board to grant a modification to the depth to width ratios.
Okay, thank you, Matt. We'll open up the hearing. Anyone here to speak on this subdivision plan for Gem City Construction, LLC? Okay, nobody. Okay, close the hearing. Anything further, Matt?
No, nothing further.
Okay. Any questions,
I-
comments from the board?
No questions on the subdivision plan. I can make a motion to for approval of the Gem City construction.
Okay, with the previously stated stipulation.
The modification to the depth to width.
Correct, yes.
Modification about the depth to width.
And
Okay,
that was suggested by the planning commission.
I will second. Call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next, we have a land development plan for KDP, lot number 2, LLC. Matt?
Thank you. Yes, this is a land development plan to show the construction of a 2,323 square foot heating and drinking establishment with associated stormwater management facilities and off-street parking located along the north line of West Ridge Road, east of Wegmans Drive in Tract 313. At the regular meeting of Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025, Millcreek Township Planning Commission recommended approval of this land development plan.
Okay, we'll open the hearing for this. And we have someone that's ready to speak on this.
Good afternoon, Mike Sanford, 4721 Atlantic Avenue. I'm the surveyor that prepared the land development plan. Basically, it's as you described. It's a small restaurant with a parking area on the south side of Wegmans Drive. So here we're requesting your approval.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Sanford?
No questions for me?
The small restaurant is, are you prepared to name the restaurant?
Not at this time.
Thought I'd try.
You're busy.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Anyone else?
a motion to approve.
I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next, we have a land development exclusion for the Hemway Curry project on West 15th. Matt?
Yes, thank you. The Millcreek Youth Athletic Association has submitted a plan to construct a 24.2-foot by 36.2-foot restroom and pavilion building and 4 accessible parking spaces on the remediated Curry landfill site along West 15th Street. After review of the plans, the project meets the criteria for exclusion from land development submission according to section 125-47B1 of the Township Code. It is the recommendation of the Planning and Development Department that MYAA be granted an exclusion from land development plan submission. It should be noted that an exclusion does not excuse the developer from following other regulations or requirements for developments in the Township Code.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Any questions or comments on this?
No questions or comments.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Next, we have a request for conditional use, Calm Plaza LLC. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, just to go over the process and the procedure for conditional use hearings, since we don't have them very often. From a procedure standpoint, the township first presents what the appeal is and what the planning commission recommendation is. Then the person who's seeking the condition use must present that position. Any member of the public may also testify, and then at the end and close of the hearing, the supervisors will proceed to vote. In terms of the standards, an applicant is entitled to a conditional use as a matter of right, unless it is determined that the use does not satisfy the specific objective criteria in the zoning ordinance for that conditional use. The applicant bears the burden of establishing that the proposed conditional use satisfies the criteria in the zoning ordinance. The board is the fact finder with responsibility for credibility determinations and the way to assign such evidence. The board is persuaded that the applicant complies with the ordinance. Presumption arises that the proposed use is consistent with the general welfare of the community. The burden then shifts to anyone objecting to rebut that presumption. Mere speculation of any harm is not sufficient, and the conditional use application must be granted unless the objectors present sufficient evidence that the proposed use has a detrimental effect on the public health, safety, and welfare.
Okay. Matt, you want to take it from here?
Yes, thank you. Colony Plaza LLC has made application for conditional use for property located at 2600 West 8th Street to install new signage in the Presque Isle Gateway District. This was reviewed by the Millcreek Township Planning Commission, and at their regular meeting of Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025, they recommended approval of the conditional use with the following condition: that an overhead plan be presented for the size of the proposed planter and verification of the clear site triangle. I can confirm for you that the developer did submit those 2 items and that they are appropriate and do meet the township's regulations regarding the planter size of the site triangle.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Anyone else have any comments on this? I know, when the sign like this goes up on the property, people might not understand what it is. So just to clarify, it is for one sign.
Yes, this would be for one, what's known as a monument sign, which means that it's lower to the ground. It's not on a pole or raised above the ground. This would be at the northwest corner of Summerheim and West 8th Street at that entrance to the Colony Plaza.
Is it replacing an existing sign or is it new?
I believe it is replacing an existing sign that's in the vicinity. I don't think it's in the exact same location. There is a Colony Plaza sign near there, but this would be new in a new spot.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Any further questions from the board?
No further questions at this time.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve. approve.
Okay, and I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes,
I vote yes.
that'll be a nice sign.
Yes.
Good addition there.
Okay, number 9 on our agenda is bids and quotations. We have a data collection for Paul Miller's Law from the Millcreek Police Department. Kim, do you want to hand that?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Because of the enactment of PA Act 18, Paul Miller's Law, municipalities with a police department and having a population greater than 5,000 are required to collect certain data from self-initiated traffic stops and publish that data annually for the public. The recommendation from Chief Book is that the Mercier Civic Institute has agreed to assist the MPD with this project, and they have provided a quote in the amount of $9,775. This is an annual cost, and the Institute agrees to complete an annual summary and evaluation report. The reports will be in a public-friendly format, which can and must be made publicly available on the MPD website. This does come out of the already specified budget for the police department. So with that, I can make a motion to approve the Civic Institute's quote for the report.
Okay, just to clarify the Paul Miller's Law, for most people are probably familiar with it. It's the new cell phone law that went into effect not too long ago, a couple weeks ago maybe. And so it just has to do with holding your cell phone while operating a vehicle.
That's right.
Not a good idea to do that.
I know to the public, do not look at your cell phone while driving, even at a stoplight. I thought that was allowed. Just stop.
So, okay. You made a motion.
I made a motion.
I will second. This is clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Animal transport equipment. Yeah.
Thank you. At the April 8th, 2025 meeting, the board approved the purchase of an animal transport body from Swab Wagon to be installed on the new animal resource vehicle. Swab offers as an accessory a box that can be mounted on a hitch, to a hitch on the vehicle in which dead animals can be placed. This allows the animal resource officer to pick up animals struck by vehicles while keeping them separate from the area that live animals are placed, thereby preventing the spread of diseases or parasites to animals in the township's care. Swab has quoted a price of $975 to install an aftermarket hitch and $1,550 for the box accessory. The total for purchase and installation is $2,525. This work can be completed while Swab is installing the body that we purchased. I recommend approval of this quote. There is $3,100 remaining in the P&D capital budget account for the animal transport body purchase, leaving a remainder of $575 if this quote is approved.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the new equipment?
Yes, I will go ahead and make a motion to approve the animal transport equipment.
I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Command vehicle iPad tablets. Chief Cliff?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Kearsarge Fire Department just recently purchased 2 command vehicles, and the township has taken on all the financial responsibility for their iPads and data plans for all of their apparatus. So I'm requesting approval to purchase 2 Apple iPad 11 Gen tablets for these vehicles. The cost of the iPads are $249.99 per tablet, and there is an increase to the monthly data plan of $36.99 per tablet.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Do I have a motion to approve the iPad tablets?
I will go ahead and make a motion to approve the iPad purchase.
I'll second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Number 10 on our agenda is new or amended ordinances under review. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, we're continuing to review the subdivision and land development ordinance as well as the fines and penalties updates and continue reviewing those documents and making various modifications.
Okay, thank you. Resolution 2025-R24 for the municipal records manual. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, before you is resolution 2025-R20 to approve the disposal of certain municipal records maintained by the police department that are reaching the end of their retention period under the municipal records manual. The police department records to be disposed of include MVR BWC footage. That includes test recordings for the period of 4/25/25 through 5/8/25. Traffic stops for the period of 3/26/25 through 4/8/25. Incident only in special circumstances for the period 6/24/23 through 7/6/23. Case report, arrest report, SRR unknown type reports from 6/24/2005 through 7/6/2005. Our recommendation would be to approve the disposal of these records.
Is there a motion to approve resolution 2025-R24?
I make a motion to approve.
And I'll second. Is this clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Next, resolution 2025-R25. Mr. Waldinger.
Thank you. The township received notice from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development that Millcreek's annual allocation of community development block grant funds was set at $234,500. Before you is a resolution to accept those funds and to affirm that the following applies. 1, that the township's action plan for the funds is approved. 2, that the chair is authorized to provide any necessary assurances or certifications required for the grant funds. 3, that the chair is authorized to execute the grant agreement and other documents related to fiscal year 2025 CDBG program. And lastly, that the Erie County Department of Planning and Community Development is authorized to file application for financial assistance on the township's behalf. I recommend approval of this resolution.
Is this a resolution we do annually?
Yes. Yeah. Once we get our allocation amount, then yes.
Is there a motion to approve this?
May I ask a quick question first, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, go ahead.
Is there any possibility of me having to be sent back for any reason if it was not a part of the budget, or was this solidified because it's part of the 2025 budget?
This has been, my understanding, been allocated by the federal government for this program. We don't receive a notice until the funds have actually been allocated, and it changes every year. So it's always been our assumption that as soon as we get that letter, those funds are guaranteed and we move forward. I will say that these funds over fiscal year 2025 are for projects that we would complete next calendar year. So if there was some issue where the funds would be rescinded, they're not going to be spent until sometime next year.
Okay. Thank you very much. Actually, I knew the answer. I just wanted to make sure everyone else did.
Good question.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second. This is clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Number 13 is a memorandum of understanding with the Millcreek Township School District. Mr. Shaw.
If I could, Mr. Chairman, I'll take this one as well as the next one, the MOU with the Montessori Regional Charter School, because they're almost identical documents, if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Before you are two memorandums of understanding, one with the Millcreek Township School District and the other with the Montessori Regional Charter School. These are MOUs required by the Safe School Act to be executed by the municipality and the applicable school. It establishes procedures and protocols to be followed when certain specific incidents occur on the school property, at any school-sponsored activity, or in a vehicle such as a school bus providing transportation to or from a school or a school-sponsored activity. It establishes certain incidents that require the school to report them to the police authorities, and certain incidents over which the school has discretion on whether to report the incident. It also has provisions governing incidents involving students with disabilities. It has provisions covering emergency situations and provisions covering law enforcement responses. As indicated, the MOUs referenced in the agenda are with the Millcreek Township School District and the Montessori Regional Charter School, as I indicated. Other than the names for the Millcreek School District and Montessori, these are nearly identical. We have executed these MOUs in the past with both schools, and I would recommend that both of these MOUs be approved, and that Chief Mook be authorized to execute these agreements.
Do we do these annually as well?
Yeah, these are an annual requirement.
I did have one question about the MTSD. I noticed that Tracy Elementary School is not listed. Do we know the reason for that, or?
I can check on that. They provided the list, so we can confirm that, if they missed that I wouldn't have done, but.
Okay.
But we can check on that to make sure that they, intended to exclude that in any document.
Maybe if someone could check with either Carter or the school district, just to make sure we don't miss them.
Yeah, this is the first year that they've actually listed the individual schools. We're not quite sure why they added that, but, at the end of the day, it's really an agreement between the township and the school district.
Okay.
I can reach out to your school.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the MOU with the MTSD and the Montessori Regional Charter School?
I will go ahead and make that motion. Mr. Just point of order. Do we need to vote on these separately, Mr. Shaw?
We can go ahead and take it.
Okay. Then I'll make a motion to approve both for the Millcreek Township School District and the Montessori.
And I will second, with the stipulation we check on the Tracy School. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next, we have an MOU with Flock Safety for license plate reader data. Mr. Shaw?
Second. Yeah, before you is a memorandum of understanding with Flock Safety, which provides automatic license plate readers at retail stores, one of which is Lowe's in Millcreek. This MOU would allow the township to utilize the license plate readers in order to assist with theft cases from certain retail stores. Recommendation from the chief is to approve this MOU.
Okay. Any questions on that?
No questions.
Motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Number 16 is a sidewalk deferral request. Mr. Waldinger?
Thank you. This request is for a lot along West 15th Street in the 4100 block. It does not have an address yet because the permit has not been issued. The developer of this lot wants to build a single-family dwelling. The developer's name is Nicholas and Kaylee Curry. They are proposing to defer the construction of their sidewalk. There are currently no sidewalks in the area, so it is the recommendation of the Planning and Development Department to approve the sidewalk deferral, as there are no other sidewalks adjacent to this property and currently no plans to install sidewalks in the area.
Okay, thank you, Matt. But it's on West 15th Street.
It's on West 15th Street, 4100 block, between Hart and Graham.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just the lot doesn't have an address.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve this sidewalk deferral request?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. Stormwater operation and maintenance agreement for 5152 Wolf Road.
Yes, thank you. As you mentioned, this is for 5152 Wolf Road. The owner of the property, single-family homeowner, Mal Living Trust, has submitted the operations and maintenance agreement for their stormwater management plan. It has been reviewed by the township engineer, and they are recommending approval of the operation and maintenance agreements.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Any questions on this?
No questions.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve
I'll make a
this?
motion to approve.
And I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Number 18 on our agenda is communications. Treasurer communications.
I don't have anything today.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have a hiring request from the Park and Recreational Seasonal.
Thank you and good evening. I am seeking board approval on behalf of the Parks and Recreation Department to approve the hiring of 3 lifeguards at the varying rates listed before you. Daniel Kubiak, Kaylee Montgomery, and Hayden Panetti. We are looking at a start date of June 30th, but the start dates may be adjusted. The rates range from $13.25 to $14.25.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the seasonal hiring request?
I will make a motion.
I'll second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. And we have, I believe, several training requests from the police department.
Yes. Are you comfortable with me going through those?
I'm good with that.
Okay. All right. For the MPD, this is from Chief Carter Mook. The PAC Police are hosting a non-equivocal death investigation training on July 8th and 9th at the Northwest Training Center in Newville. And this is the recommendation approval, he's seeking recommendation approval to send Detective Washak to this course. There are no tuition or travel costs. Travel will be by department vehicle. The next one is a training request. The message from the partner book is BNet is hosting a 2025 Tech Summit on July 10th at the Bayfront Convention Center. And the purpose is to discuss the future of AI, cybersecurity, and digital transformation. He is asking that MPD IT manager Chris Wilson and his supervisor Captain Hauber attend this conference. There are no costs associated with the training, and travel will be by department vehicle. We also have from Chief Monk basic SWAT training. They recently had 2 retirements from the SWAT team, and after a selection process, the 2 newest SWAT members are Patrolman Delgado and Patrolman Mayo. The NTOA is hosting a 5-day basic SWAT course in Pittsburgh from 10/13 to 10/17. Chief Monk is highly recommending approval for Patrolman Delgado and Patrolman Mayo to attend this course, which is infrequently offered in Western PA. The tuition is $1,714 total. Hotel for 5 nights and 1 room is approximately $500. Per diem, $360 a day, so $720 total. Fuel is estimated at about $100. Total training costs for the course are $3,284 to be paid for under the training budget, line item 44025. Now, I'm sorry. So I'll make a motion to approve those training requests by Chief Monk.
I'll second that. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. And we have a request for training from the Public Works Department. Mr. Buda?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Public Works Department received approval to have all public work employees trained in flagging. Flaggers are required to be certified in flagging on any public road, and this training will provide this needed certification. I received a quote from WM Lane LLC for the price of $6,200. Funds for this training will be taken from each Public Works Department's expense budgets. This training will take place this July 10th and 11th in this assembly. It is my recommendation to hire WM Lane LLC for flagger training for the price of $6,200.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the flagger training?
I'll go ahead and make the motion for flagger training.
I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
I vote yes. We have a fire police request.
Yes, West Ridge Fire Police is being requested to assist with the King Parade on July 26th from noon to 2 o'clock. The parade is starting at the King High School.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the fire police request?
Fire police, yes, I will make a motion to approve.
And I will second. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
And I vote yes. And we have a team employee leadership recognition initiative. Jessie?
Thank you. On behalf of the Township Team Committee, which is made up of supervisors and directors, we're excited to share a new initiative aimed at fostering a stronger, more positive workplace culture within our township. We're introducing a shared definition of leadership at all levels, one that emphasizes accountability, integrity, collaboration, and a commitment to service. This is a part of our broader effort to support and celebrate the outstanding individuals who make our township a great place to live and work. To bring this vision to life, we're launching 2 recognition tools: Cheers from Our Peers, an internal survey for employees to recognize one another's great work, and And also, high five from the public, an opportunity for residents to help us celebrate township employees who go above and beyond. If a resident has a great experience with a township employee, we would like your help in recognizing them. Simply scan the QR code posted through the township building, which will also be available on our website and in the upcoming magazine. There's also a flyer in the back of the room as well. It only takes a minute, but it means a lot, and we look forward to building a culture of appreciation and excellence together.
Thank you. Is this something we need to take action on, or is it just kind of informational? Okay. Awesome.
I know, I'm really excited about it. I think, deciding that leadership can be attained at any level in the organization, and then also, deciding what that definition is, I think that's been really rewarding, I think. And then I think you mentioned some of them. A great leader, and that's what we all strive to be, is authentic. They have pride in what they do. They have humility. They have influence. They motivate, support, and uplift each other. There's vision. We initiate. There's growth, action, and passion, as well as make sure that we present, we are engaged, we listen, and we're visible. So we can do that every day here, each one of us. It doesn't matter where we are at. We can be leaders at every level. So.
And I think that we get a lot of great feedback from the public already. There's just no one place that captures it. So they might call in and tell the receptionist or, tell the township director, and that's fantastic. It's just not captured in one place right now.
We get a lot of emails too that'll say so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that, or phone calls. Yeah, but now we can showcase them too. So, I think it's awesome.
Very good.
I might nominate you, Jesse, for Cheers for Peers. Thanks for helping. Thanks for doing all this, seriously.
Okay, executive sessions were held on June 12th, June 17th, and June 19th. On June 12th, discussion on public safety matters, litigation matters related to state court lawsuits, zoning hearing board, code enforcement, easement dispute, and permit dispute. Personnel matters related to the fire department and police department. Real estate matters related to parks and rec facilities. On the 17th, real estate matters related to park and rec facilities. And on the 18th, public safety matters, litigation matters related to state court lawsuits, zoning hearing board, code enforcement, easement dispute, and permit dispute. Personnel matters related to the sewer department and police department. Real estate matters related to stormwater easement and parks and rec facilities. Solicitor communicate. Oh no, we have a special meeting notice. Special meeting to be held on Thursday, June 26th at 6:30 p.m. right here, same room. Purpose of this meeting is for the Board of Supervisors to consider the acquisition of the Zemzem Shrine Club buildings and property located at 2525 West 38th Street. At this meeting, there will be a presentation of the results of the township's due diligence, and the public will be given an opportunity to comment prior to the decision of the Board of Supervisors on the acquisition. For further information regarding the potential acquisition of the Zemzem property, you are directed to the township's website, www.millcreektownship.com/community-center. Anything further to add to that, to the special meeting? Matt, anything? Just 6:30 this Thursday here. Probably take, about 10 minutes or so, give or take?
At least.
Minimum of 10 minutes. Solicitor communication.
Nothing further to add.
Number 19, citizens.
Really quickly, Mr. Chairman, maybe we should note that there will be time for public comment at the special meeting as well.
Yes.
So we'll note that. Did you say
I
that?
thought that was in there.
I'm sorry, you probably
Maybe
said
not. Public will be given an opportunity to
Okay,
comment.
yes, okay, we're good.
Yep, okay. Citizens to be heard.
He knew I would.
Dennis, I never saw you move so fast.
Sure, maybe. Dennis, we can't, glad to hear we're finally having a vote, maybe it sounds like Thursday. And I know last meeting I said something about and I know a lot of people are saying about the economics of the ZEM. And I think they're still making a mistake of confusing 8th Street with the ZEM. I also think though it's more, I don't think I've stressed it enough though, I think it's a long-term moral obligation to save some green space for future generations. Ironically, there's super high heat on the news and stuff. They're talking about how large cities that don't have parks and trees, how they're creating micro, macro weather systems, and the heat sinking, and how it doesn't move, it stays, it gets worse and worse. So I think here's an opportunity to preserve and save some green space before it's all gone. Because I've commented in the past how much land has disappeared in Millcreek, and how I think it's just been dumb luck of what we do have that's green space. And I think it's a moral, it may cost some, but in the long run, it's going to save and actually make more money for the area. There's, like I said in the past, the PBS had a thing about parks, and everyone was upset, didn't want to do it, Highland Park, Central Park, and they're iconic parks that make tourists and all kinds of people come and spend money now. I don't think, it's a shame, it's bad timing. But I think it's an opportunity we can't afford morally to miss. I think it's really, and I'm a little biased because I grew up in a building that was built in 1889. I know people said it's old and we build new, but I think there's a lot to be said to save the building. And it's not going to cost as much as I think some people are claiming without really proof. And I just really hope that people see past maybe the short-term pain for the long-term gain. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Next.
Ms. Bellamy, the article in the paper, Millcreek Financial Review, strong foundation for fiscal management. And yet you quote the same numbers that I quoted that came from the General Study Commission. How do you get these figures if you don't have a 2024 audit? And how do you grow the fund from 18 million to 20 million when you don't have an audit? vehicles?
You know what, we can answer that. This is technically not a question and answer time, but we can get back to you. Maybe we can get your email or your phone number when you leave, before you leave, and then we can get back to you once we, can just verify numbers and not speak without having the data.
Okay, because as far as I know, there's still no 2024 audit.
Usually those take quite a few months. You've got to do the end of the year closeouts, and usually, or those take a few months, sorry, about a few months. Those usually take a few months. I don't think the county's back yet either.
Okay. And then the other thing is, we've been waiting a while for the property assessment. And so here's another article from the paper. Intelligence Systems and Engineering Services did a property assessment. Where are they from? Why do we not have somebody local doing an assessment on a building? Because this business, I don't believe, is local. Anybody answer?
You're referring to the property assessment of, the Shrine Club?
Yeah, for the book.
That was, she's referring to the ISIS evaluation?
ISDS, yes.
Yeah. Where are they located?
I'm not aware offhand. I have to look that up and I can get that answer to you.
So why don't we have a local, we have so many realtors and a lot of people that can assess that are familiar. Like you had the Ballard study and they're from Colorado and they were giving out figures when you don't even know what it costs to run that building.
My recollection was there were several companies that were interested in doing that work. And Ashley Marsteller, our Director of Parks, recommended this company due to this is one of their specialties. I believe they've done thousands of these assessments of similar buildings. So that's why they were chosen over architectural firm A or B or C.
I distinctly remember when you had your open house, you had all these posters on it, that they had for a yearly capital improvement, $43,000 for a 40,000 square foot building. And now this article in the paper is saying needed improvements will cost an estimated 1.5 in addition to the 3.6. I thought it was 3.7 million. I don't know where these numbers are coming from. And part of that money is going to come from the sale of the golf course and $1 million low-interest loan from the Erie Redevelopment Authority could be put towards the total of $5.2 million. And then approximately $3 million remaining could be financed through a mortgage or bond issue. So that's telling me there's a lot more money that needs, to come, to fix that building up. Like I said, I don't know if you did your due diligence.
What article, what is that?
I'll give it to you to read.
Is it
This is from the Erie Times News.
Oh, okay.
And it's talking about the vote that you're going to have Thursday. So those were just, figures that I got from there. And I know we don't agree on things. I just feel like you don't hear what the public is saying, and a lot of times I feel like you're making destructive decisions and it's disguised as leadership. And, you have a lot of people complaining, about the 8th Street purchase and now the Shrine Club. And no matter how good your goals are, you shouldn't try to achieve them by doing something wrong or, at the taxpayer's expense. So, and another thing I was told, tell me if this is true or not, does Millcreek lease their cruisers and their township cars?
Yes, there is a lease program of enterprise fleet management, and then we also do purchase vehicles outright as well. It's a combination.
When did we start that?
When did we start the lease program?
Yeah.
Sometime this year, I believe.
I've never heard
Early
of
in
a police
2025
department
is-
leasing their vehicles, and
I don't-
enterprise, but they want to take these vehicles back after they've
Yeah,
been.
I can't comment on what other departments are doing. I don't know.
Okay. So what I'm saying now is, I mean, we do need a robust debate, you know, and we don't need to get angry at each other. We all have our opinions, but things can get hot. And if you don't listen to what we say, I only have 4 solutions. Okay, one is a forensic audit, one is a criminal investigation, one is to vote you out of office, and one is a change of government. And if that's what we have to do, one of those to get you to hear the people, then I think that's what we need to do. And for the people that maybe aren't here, but you're at home because you can't be here because you're working or you have kids or whatever, we need to watch these meetings and see what's going on. Because we need to be involved with our township. And that's all I have to say. I appreciate the work you do. I know it's difficult. And I know you get people beating on you all the time, but I pray that you will open your ears and your heart to what we say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other citizens to be heard? Last call. Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn our meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 17:16 hours.
I don't know what that
At
is.
5:16 p.m.